Hey Taurus, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for September 1st. I almost said August 2022. This is Taurus, last shuffle here for Taurus coming up. All right. So Taurus, what we have is conflict and we have dark thoughts. So there may be like a conflict of interest, or like maybe you plan two things at one time and it's like you can't do both. And you're having dark thoughts about it. You may be thinking in the future like, oh my gosh, if I would have thought about this or that. Going down a rabbit hole of just like what ifs that may never happen. So what's the point? Four of Wands and Temperance here. Dark thoughts about maybe losing support of other people and having to be on your own, having to do it all on your own now, because I made a mistake, a conflict with the home and peace at the home. There's some sort of there's something that's not peaceful at home. Okay. So you may feel like you're going to be alone or out on your tail or by yourself or something. You have the Three of Cups and you have Page of Pentacles. And then we had Wheel of Fortune. I would say this. When the Wheel of Fortune's out here, this is a blessing in disguise. The Wheel of Fortune means that however low it has ever been is as high as it's going to go for you. It's a promise. And so with the Hanged Man here, with the Nine of Pentacles, they want you to change your thoughts that being alone is not a bad thing. And even if it turns out this way because of the conflict and the way it's turning out, it's still better than what it was. It's like they want you to stop, like change your perspective. Hanged Man is about changing your thoughts or changing your viewpoint. How do you see things, right? How you perceive your reality. Your reality is not what you think it is. The dark thoughts are just that. They're just something, they're not even real, right? This is something that you're fearing and going down into the maze of how am I going to get out of this situation? Well, if you're starting off from a dark place, you're not really going to get far. And that's what they want you to see too, okay? That there's luxury in being alone. There's a lot more resources than being alone kind of thing. In this situation, not all the time. It's not always the best thing to be alone. But in the particular thing that they're showing here, it's like, don't think about that. Don't worry about that. You're never really alone. That's another message, right? But they say things will get better for you. The Wheel of Fortune is speaking the truth. Like it may be tough right now because of the conflict. And the conflict is Four of Wands, Temperance, Three of Cups, Page of Pentacles. They're saying that this is an energy of someone in your space being immature and not knowing how to be peaceful. This is someone who's learning as they go. They're not really understanding what they're learning either. So because Temperance is such a big energy for a Page of Pentacles to learn right away. The Page of Pentacles is slow and he needs to read all of the fine print. So for this to be here with Temperance, has already mastered, every step of what peace can bring and what harmony is. And so they already understand all of that and they're beyond it. They're using terminology now. Like they're in the major already. This is the prerequisite stage where they're still figuring out how to write a term paper. So this is this energy of someone who really does not even understand the concept. So even if you were to bring peace, they wouldn't understand what you're talking about. They're still in this casual surface energy. So the conflict is the peace at home, and you may feel like because of it you're not going to be in a good place. And the angels of the four directions want you to know that you will be. Six of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles. They're telling you that whatever you put in this situation, you're going to get out times something, times three. I would not worry too much about that. But it's difficult to tell someone, don't worry, that there's going to be a very beautiful, harmonious change coming into your life. The angels are not playing about you. They don't play about you. That's why they're saying don't think too hard about being alone. Because this is still giving that same energy here. This is the Nine of Pentacles, like still nine. What makes it up is the fact that you put the work in and you've been cooperating and trying to figure things out, putting a lot of energy into your faith, into being a good individual. And so this would say to me too that they're protecting you, that you are in a place, you're almost to the place where you're supposed to be. I wouldn't worry. They're trying to also tell you too with the Wheel of Fortune here, once again, showing to you that you need to change the way you see this, because as bad as it has been, you're going to be blessed just that much more. And then you have Loving Man here. Look at this. Like I said, Look at this. I cannot make this up if I tried. The loving man energy doesn't have to be a masculine. Like I said, we are all duality. So there could be very masculine women and there could be very feminine men. And so this would be a person who is very, very, they're forceful, or not necessarily forceful, but they show up with gifts in their hands. This is someone who is an action-oriented person who likes to move and to touch, and they like to do acts of service for you. They're not so much of a person that is like Netflix and chill type. They don't see, you know what I mean? They'd rather be doing something while you're watching a movie. Like, you know, they would be someone that's like, let's watch a movie and cook at the same time or something. They need to move. They need action. You know what other action we're talking about here, but I'm just saying this is someone who is physical. So this would be a person who really they don't they have a casual approach to making peace in this situation, like it doesn't matter to them, nonchalant. And so that's what this is. I see the conflict is still this person. They still don't understand what it is to to bring peace to the situation, although they want peace quite they really want peace. Okay, you have Sagittarius here, you have Pisces, you have Capricorn. It doesn't have to be these signs, but this is definitely someone who does not, they're trying though. They want the peace. They want the peace that maybe you guys had in the past, but they're not sure how to bring it about because they're approaching it very, you know what I mean? Like it's not nonchalant. Like, you know what? If it's not a good time, you know how people are very, I won't say that this person is toxic, but I'm saying, you know how like very toxic individuals, they try to bypass how serious the situation is. And they may have done things or the way that they're behaving, and then they act like you're not supposed to be heard about it later. Like you may be very upset about it later, and they may be like, oh my gosh, you know, it wasn't that serious, and maybe you need to let go of this negative energy kind of thing. It's like you're negative, and it's really because they're causing so much drama that you can't even get past it enough to talk to them normally without being like, I cannot believe they're talking to me normally. Been there, done that. And so they, you know, letting you know that you're the toxic or maybe the negative person. In reality, they're not coming towards this situation in a mature manner. And they're coming toward it in a way of, you know, how can you not just, you know, why won't you want peace? Maybe because you did this and you still haven't made amends. You're still walking around here like, you know what I mean? You're not showing up with this energy of a temperance. You're trying to speak from the temperance energy, but you're not showing up in that way. You know what I mean? You can't speak her language and not understand the words behind it, and it's what they're doing. I had to just break that down because I'm like, what in the world? What in the world? But the angels of the four directions don't play about you, and they're telling you that as much faith as you had in them, they're going to return that in kind. You have worked with them. You have been patient. They're talking about blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Stop focusing on what you think you don't have. It doesn't matter if people walk away from you. It doesn't matter if you're alone. They've got your back 100%. And honestly, if that happens, you won't be alone for long. I don't see that. All right. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.